Rome is a big city, but it's also a great walking city. Most of the sites are located in the historic center and are fairly close to each other. Chances are, however, that you will have to use the public transportation sooner or later. But have no fear, because Rome's public transportation is easy to use and efficient. And if you find yourself short on time, you'll find it very handy. Although the city is equipped with 2 metro lines, the best way to get around is by bus, and it's a great way to get the Roman experience. There are maps posted at the final destination stations, or you can pick one up at the information booths or at some tobacco shops and newsstands. Tickets are sold at the tobacco shops, newsstands, or at the machines inside the metro stations. 1 day, 3 day, week and month passes are also available and can be worthwhile. The same ticket is used for both metro and bus. Single tickets are good for 75 minutes and all of them include transfers. Don't forget to validate it. It's a big and expensive hassle if you don't. If the validation machine isn't working on the bus, look for the other one or write the time and date on it. At the bus stops, the name of the stop is at the top and in the red boxes. They also display the bus numbers and the main station where they're coming from and going to. So simply find where you're at and where you want to go. If your stop is below the red box, you're going in the right direction. If your stop is above it, you'll need to hop on the bus heading in the other direction. Almost all the buses run from 5:30 a.m. until midnight. There are night buses that run in between these hours and are marked with an N, and even though their routes are different, they are still pretty comprehensive. Buses marked with an X are express and make fewer stops. And if you're using the metro, it's open from 6 a.m. till midnight. A good bus to know is the 64. It runs by the Vatican, through Piazza Venezia, and to the Termini station, which is the main bus and train station. The 40 takes the same route but with fewer stops. Piazza Venezia is impossible to miss and is very centralized. From here, most of the major sites are accessible by foot, or if you're not much for walking, all the buses to the major sites run by the different stops scattered around the area. Taxis are also a good way to get around, but can be a bit more expensive. When calling for one, the meter starts when the call comes in and not when you get in. Some tips include buying a few tickets ahead of time, since the tobacco shops are closed in the evenings. And just like in many major cities, it's important to be aware of pickpockets, especially in crowded buses. And that's it! After a couple of times of using the public transportation, you'll find it easy to get around this ancient city, and maybe even easier than crossing the street.